This is Realtv, your #1 source for video. Air show disaster. The plane is coming down too fast. The angry river swallows the land and the houses too. The mom who took her little boy to the laundromat so he could rob the washing machines. And the kids and their full-scale attack on the vending machine. Plus, the gator with good taste.
He has to watch Realtv.
Whatever you do, don't blink. It's time for Realtv.
Hi, I'm John Daly, and we begin with a horrible plane crash at an air show. The military tries to show off its best, but as our Sabila Vargas shows you, disaster strikes in front of thousands of people.
At Fort Bragg in North Carolina, thousands of spectators are enjoying a military air show. Little do they know that in moments they will see something they'll never forget.
It's a lead, C-130.
A C-130 cargo plane begins its approach. It's demonstrating a method for delivering heavy fighting equipment by parachute. But the plane's descent is too steep. Cameraman Michael White shot this tape of a horrifying crash. He couldn't believe what he was seeing.
As he began his descent, and I'm looking through the viewfinder, I'm thinking this guy's coming in too steep. But stay with it. He knows what he's doing better than I know what he's doing, I suppose. Stay with it. He's done this probably 100 times before. He's going to be able to manage it. And as he came in, and as I'm watching the load coming out of the back of the plane, all of a sudden this massive ka-thump, this massive sound that I'm not sure I've ever heard before or even can describe. But once I heard the sound of the crash, I took my eye off the viewfinder to see what was that sound and saw that the plane had actually belly flopped and then jerked the camera back to make sure that I followed it down the line. He skidded hundreds of yards, it seemed like for 10 minutes he skidded down the runway. And all of a sudden a massive explosion, a massive black ball of smoke rising up from the tree line. We knew that we had a major catastrophe when we saw the size of the fireball.
Sadly, 3 of the plane's 6 crew members perished in this terrible crash, including the pilot. An Army man on the ground is also killed. But the miracle on this day is that 3 of the plane's crew actually survived the devastating accident.
Please return to your bleachers. We need fire equipment at the end of the drop zone.
Still, the disaster leaves spectators stunned. All they can do is try their best to comfort each other. Even hardened military men on the scene can't hide their emotions. And as experienced as he is, Michael, too, is shaken by the tragedy.
I was devastated by it. Once I finally cut the roll button off the camera and sat down for a minute, you know, I too wanted at least a minute of privacy and let me understand, let me grieve for a minute at least for these people that were lost before we have to get up and start rolling the camera again.
A tragic day at Fort Bragg, but Michael says things would have been a lot worse if the pilot hadn't had the presence of mind to keep his plane from careening into the crowd of spectators.
In my mind and in the minds of many people who were there, this guy was a hero. Without his skill, without his training, without his courage, hundreds of people would have died.
Now, we've obtained a copy of the official Air Force report on the crash. It says there was no mechanical failure or any foreign object, but it stopped short of blaming the crew. Well, you're about to see incredible tape of a raging river as it changes the landscape forever. But people and their homes are in the way, and it makes for a heartbreaking scene. Panicked residents run for their lives in Anaime, Colombia. The once tranquil river has turned into a raging torrent of destruction. The powerful river easily swallows up trees and earth, Now it's coming dangerously close to several homes. Horrified residents can only pray they'll be spared. But today, those prayers won't be answered. First, part of the foundation goes. A family's dream teeters on the brink as the earth crumbles. Suddenly, a giant rumble. Luckily, the owners knew about the impending disaster and had piled their belongings on the street. The river continues roaring through the village, leaving a muddy mess behind. An incredible show of strength as cameras capture Mother Nature's fury. How horrible seeing your house go like that. Well, the vandals in this next series of tapes never thought anyone was watching them, but they never counted on a hidden video camera to capture their every move. Since most people don't usually have a lookout when they do their laundry, this surveillance footage caught the eye of laundromat owner Fred Wilharm.
On this tape, one person stands lookout in the front door while the guy there has his arm stuck up inside the soda machine far enough to get free drinks. That's what he's up to. Meanwhile, this guy over here is pulling a video game out and trying to get the back door off to get at the money, but when he gets the back door off, he's going to find that it's not accessible from the back, only from the front. My first reaction to the tape was probably outrage, but after that, there was a little satisfaction just in knowing that I had the tape and was able to give it to the police.
Fred owns several stores and hid cameras in each, catching people doing things they shouldn't.
This is a group of juveniles who use a different method to try and get free sodas out of the machine, basically the karate method. And they kick the machine and kick it again until it spills its contents. They pretty much have no mercy on it.
At this store, it was a young boy who was the center of attention.
This little guy came in the laundromat with his mother, and he's learned that he can actuate the mechanism somehow and get enough quarters out to buy all the bubble gum he wants.
But it's not always the kids who are caught on tape. Here's a grown man who learned how to put a little static cling on his $5 bills at the change machine.
I don't know how he did this because the machines have safeguards in them to prevent this. But he was able to put this $5 bill in this machine repeatedly and empty it. You can hear him saying the words ding, ding, ding as the money falls out, and you can hear the money actually falling.
Other times, money is taken the more convenient way.
This guy somehow acquired a key to my machines and was nice enough to come in and collect for me on a daily basis.
Fred's happy to say that he hasn't had many problems in his laundromats lately. But if you're thinking of taking Fred to the cleaners anytime soon, he has a word of warning for you.
You're going to be on tape. The tape is rolling, and I'm going to give that tape either to the police or to someone like Realtv, and if the police don't get you, Realtv will.
Coming up, the parents are fed up.
First of all, I'm telling you, I'm going to do it.
They're interviewing a hitman to kill their own son.
They felt that there's no other alternative.
Later, home video of a skater with an attitude.
If I hit you because you fall into this.
And pictures from inside the implosion. Plus, that baby pet alligator. You know where all the other shows get their tapes from? They watch Realtv. The only place to see the world's scariest, the world's wildest, and the world's most shocking tapes every day. Realtv.
Welcome back. It is one of the most shocking tapes we've ever received here at Realtv. The parents of a teenage boy plotting to have him killed, and it all unfolds on tape. The married couple in this car isn't just out for an afternoon drive. They're here in a Phoenix, Arizona parking lot to hire a hitman, and the person they want murdered is their teenage son.
Hello. Hey, how you doing?
What they don't know is that the tough-looking character they're here to hire is really an undercover cop, and the whole sordid deal is going down on videotape. But why do they want to have their teenage son killed? Well, his parents say he's a troublemaker, and his antics are about to get them evicted from their home.
So it's just time for the boys to go.
Must be a pretty lavish home then, right? Wrong. Mom and Pop live in this modest mobile home in a mobile home park. But their mobile home is their castle, and to them, it's enough to kill for. The supposed hitman, undercover detective Jack Valentine, agreed to explain this amazing case to me as long as we kept his face hidden.
They actually wanted you to kill their son?
That's exactly what they wanted to have done.
Why?
When they asked their son to leave and he refused to leave, they felt that they were at their end of the rope and there was no other alternative but to have him killed. And if he was killed, then they could say, well, my son doesn't live there any longer, so now I don't have to be evicted.
In payment for the murder, the parents offered Jack a $1,000 stereo. Ironically, it was a gift they gave their son last Christmas.
Is it any good?
Jack negotiates a better price for the hit. The stereo plus $1,000 cash.
Okay, you give me the stereo, and the stereo is $1,000. Yeah. Then how much more am I going to get? I want $1,000 more.
With the fee settled, Jack gives these pathetic parents one last chance. He figures if he describes how he's going to kill their son, maybe they'll reconsider. But they don't.
You want to know how I do it? Okay. And you tell me, since you're paying the money, you tell me if this is okay. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot him. No. You tell me again what I'm supposed to shoot him at? Okay. Okay. I'll shoot him, but I'm going to shoot him in the head. All right? And you guys better be doing some serious mourning. Start over. Well, it better bother you. Better act like it bothers you. Well, we don't know, if they don't find him. Well, they're going to find him. If that happens, I don't want to carry him around with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know.
By now, the cops have heard more than enough from this murderous mom and dad, and they move in for the bust. Jack slips away during the arrest, but there's one last part to this sad story.
Did you end up speaking to the son?
I did. I spoke to him that evening.
What was his reaction?
Devastated. He said, I know I'm not a good boy, but I'm not that bad that they have to kill me.
Hard to believe. Now, the parents are each serving 15-year sentences for conspiracy to commit murder. We'll be right back.
Still ahead. Does his mom know what he's doing in his spare time? And now you see it. Now you don't. Plus, the gator that eats pizza. Stick around. You're watching Realtv.
Well, they are skaters with attitude, and nobody gets in their way, not even cars speeding by. Our special correspondent, Scott the X-Man, is on hand for one nasty confrontation.
Short dude, big attitude.
None of you guys have ever injured yourself from this?
With skater Shane McCauley, expect the unexpected. Hours of raw home video reveal that this ain't your average 13-year-old. He's a player.
Oh, yeah.
Just months before we caught up with him, Shane's buddies in Concord, California were already rolling tape on this little disaster waiting to happen. Watch, and you'll know what I mean. It's rush hour, and a busy street corner is too tempting. Shane and his friends want to give this major obstacle a try. Shane lets his friend go first. A car nearly hits him, but the skater pulls it off. Things change when our man Shane gives it a whirl. He eats it big time.
Are you all right?
Shane's hurt, but a passing driver is raging mad.
If I hit you because you fall in... Don't hit us.
Plain and simple. He's got a mind of his own, and a mouth that just won't quit.
There's what?
Put a driver at risk. The traffic is going that way. I went up there, turned around, and came back. No, I turned around and came back. Because had one car right there because of you, pulls over and hits the other damn car. How dare you?
Is this a case of parents just don't understand? Or does Shane simply lack respect?
Worth something.
Mine is worth something.
Oh, dope. Let me see that.
Really should be, young man. It should be.
Not young.
Your life should really care about. You should care about it.
We didn't get hit.
I'm 12.
I asked Shane one-on-one to explain what's with the bad attitude.
Well, I can understand, like, if they told me to stop doing it, if it was their property or anything, or if it was any of their business, but it wasn't. And she was just trying to be smart.
Look at your arm.
He's 12. He's supposed to do stuff like that.
I'm bleeding. That's quick.
Maybe the lady was just trying to give Shane some smarts.
Another adult.
We went for a red light.
You don't get it. You don't get it.
You don't
Apparently
get it.
He may not be the poster child for manners or brains. But you gotta admit, this bad boy can skate. Crazy or not, Shane wears absolutely no protective padding. Says what's the point? Pads just mess with his mind. Shane McCauley, smooth as a baby's bottom and just as explosive. John?
Scott, thank you very much. Well, now here's a look at what we're working on for the next Real TV.
Be here for Real TV tomorrow. We've got the incredible tape of the snake that thinks he's gonna eat the gator, and the horse that's stuck in the mud and won't budge, plus the shot that was 2 in a million. That's tomorrow.
Well, it's a lot easier to tear something down than to build it up. And a lot more fun, too. Watch as a St. Louis landmark is reduced to rubble.
It's been a landmark in St. Louis for almost 70 years, but the arena is about to be blasted to bits.
5, 4, 3, 2, fire. Fire.
12 seconds and 133 pounds of TNT is all it takes to turn the exhibition hall into a heap of concrete, smashed seats, and twisted steel. Several cameras record the historic moment, but here's something you rarely see. Pictures from inside as the behemoth is obliterated. The operation goes flawlessly, and the arena's final moments are immortalized on video.
Gone for good. Well, now for the gator with good taste. It's home video of one man's unusual pet and his favorite show.
Andrew Olivo of Jervis, Oregon, sent us this tape of his unusual pet. Not that it's so unusual to have an alligator for a pet, but Sobek, the alligator, has some really strange habits. For one, he's developed a taste for dental floss.
Oh, you're not supposed to eat that. Give me that back. Come on. Come on.
He also enjoys an occasional slice of pizza. But what Sobek really likes to sink his teeth into is an episode of Real TV. Now, that's a reptile with good taste.
He has to watch Real TV and learn how to be an alligator there and how to roar and bellow. It's his favorite show.
He may act like an alligator, but he dresses like he's human. I wonder if he has any alligator shoes to go with that hat.
Well, here's one more tape for you to enjoy. It's today's Real TV quiz.
They say romance is back in style.
Take a look at the actress in this 1983 perfume commercial. She's done more than 50 films and has been called Queen of the TV movies.
Terribly romantic.
In 1993, she starred in a hit drama series that ran for 5 years. Tell us who she is and the name of her show.
We'll have the answer when we come back.
Now you can watch Real TV anytime. Go to RealTV1.com to get Real TV on demand.
Here's the answer to our Realtv quiz. She's the timeless beauty, Jane Seymour. She starred in Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
It says it subtly. It says it softly.
Thanks for playing the Realtv quiz.
Well, that's it for now. Keep those cameras rolling and join us again for the next Realtv when once again, we'll give you something to talk about.
If you have a scary moment caught on tape, we'd like to see it. Call 1-888-REAL-TV1 to find out how to make money selling your home video.